Well, hello, my fantastic friends. I hope you're doing well. Today is the final day of our countdown, 3, 2, 1. Today is one day before the coronation. It's May the 5th, 2023. We have a full moon coming along and a lot of exciting things. There's a lot of electricity in the air. And for our last countdown day, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very special one-year prediction for King Charles III. How is the very first year of his reign? What are the important energies that we have to look out for? Maybe we got some things that are going to show up in the cards. And this is a reading that I do for my clients, and they come back year and year again for it. This is the birthday card reading, but you can also do it on a new year when you're starting a new job, the first year of your marriage, for example, just bought a new home, whatever is significant that you're just starting. We can do a 1 year. This reading I've invented, and it's so amazingly accurate. You look back over the year and you go, holy cow, that really did happen. So without further ado, let's get started. And I use Lenormand and Kipper cards in this reading. So we're going to ask, what is the first year of King Charles III official reign going to look like? So starting from May 6, 2023 to May 5th, 2024. What is the first year of King Charles III official reign after the coronation? What are the major energies? What are things that we need to look out for? How is he feeling? What's going on? What is going on? First year of King Charles III official reign after the coronation. Cards are ready. Okay. Oh, clouds. Lots of stress. Lots of stress. I'm going to look and see what card is here, if the stress is going to be relieved. You know, we've got letter here. Somebody's communicating with him. Oh, he is going to hear some good news. That stress might, love is going to be very important. Wow. We got a coffin here. Loss. There's going to be some losses. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of losses. Something's going to be made public about a death. Something's going to be made public about something that ended. Something is definitely going to be made public. Oh, he's going to be much, much happier later on in the year. The first half of the year isn't as great as the second half. Oh, sun is shining. Sun is shining on all his affairs. The lilies, a little bit of peace and integrity, and the past is coming back. Something is going to come to light about his past. 100%. 100%. It's going to create a lot of stress. Underlying new beginnings, might be a new child in the works. Children could be very important to him. Okay, so let's get on with the reading. And this is how I do it. I do it by quarters. So first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. And then I also read the lines and I read the corners. All right. Okay, so this is the main card. This is the first card drawn. This is the biggest energy. He's going to the first half of his year is going to be filled with a lot of stress, some losses, not huge losses. It'll almost feel insurmountable, but eventually he gets to the top of them. He goes through all these troubles, and eventually they end, and he's on the other side of the mountain, and he's going to start to hear more good news. He's going to be more stable. His love life is going to be more stable. Now, this could include family as well. His heart is going to be more stable. Let's put it that way. Things are definitely going to look a lot better for him next spring. Absolutely. Absolutely. Things are going to look a lot better for him. He's going to be more established. After this rocky start, but I'm telling you right now, something's going to shine on some kind of information about the past, about a death in the past. Something is going to rock him that way. It's going to be made public. And the only way he's going to get over it is to have a lot of integrity to do it. If you look at this card, there's two ways you can deal with things. You can either become the lilies in the glass and freeze and do nothing, or you can grow from it. You can blossom from these troubles and learn your lesson and grow, or you can just stay frozen in the glass and then the lesson just keeps appearing until you learn it. I'm just trying to look here. Interestingly, we do have a lot of nature cards. So yes, that's him. He loves his nature. This is gonna feel like a new beginning to him. I think maybe he was waiting for this day and now he can move forward. The children are going to be very important to him this year, and don't be surprised if we hear of a pregnancy, so another grandchild. Now, this doesn't exclude grandchildren on Camilla's side either. I don't know if they would announce that. Now that she's the queen, will they announce if she has anything about her family? This also could be his children, could be a big part of it, William and Harry. But something is definitely going to be made public. And I wonder if this is some of the threats that the couple in Hollywood are threatening them with. This is a great time to tell you this is all allegedly. This is a oracle card reading for fun and entertainment purposes only. This is a creative endeavor, and please do your own research and form your own opinions. Disclaimer down below. But there's definitely some kind of loss here that's going to be, it's going to feel, it's huge. And this loss is going to last a long time. And it might even be, we might even see a death. I don't like to claim, I don't like to say, it could just be a public death that really upsets him. You know, for example, it doesn't have to be a family per se. It's just news of it's a public death. So maybe one of the stars or celebrities that he hung out with or something. Oh, there we go. The clock just bang. So it's going to be somebody who affects him on a personal level, not deeply personal, but he is going to have some sort of loss. But you know, once you get to 74, you got to start expecting people are going to start disappearing out of your life. But for some reason, it's really going to affect him. That's going to happen in the first half of his reign, this loss. I'm just trying to see what else we've got here before I continue on, because I do another layer of cards on top of this. He's definitely going to feel more stable in his love life. Absolutely. He's going to feel more stable. Don't be surprised if you hear an announcement that they, you know, have a new place to live in the second half, because I know right now they both have their own places. You know, do they decide to maybe, what is that, Sandringham or something? Do they decide to, you know what, we're just going to go live out there and we'll come into town when we need to, that kind of thing. Don't be surprised to hear that in the second half. This stress might make him become a little bit more secluded that way. But absolutely, when spring comes, he's going to be feeling a lot better. He's going to be happy to have this first year under his belt. And he's going to be much, much more established. He'll have much more authority, and his integrity, people will feel more comfortable with his authority. It'll feel like it's more integral. He'll look like he's more peaceful. And also you have to remember that'll be like a year after his mother died. You know, that first year is the hardest. And, you know, we keep forgetting that's still pretty fresh. And, but I think this is a whole brand new year of him, of new beginnings. Of course, he's going from prince to king. He's, you know, even though he's been training for the job and he's been doing the job for 7 months, it still is a little bit more brand new to him. The official, all of it. All right, so let me get on the second level, and you'll see how deeper this reading will go. So these are the Kipper cards I put on top, and then we read them all in unison, and it'll give you such a deep, rich feeling of how the year is going to go for King Charles III. King Charles III. After the first year after his coronation, King Charles III, the first, what are the energies? What do we need to know? What should we look out for the first year of his coronation? It just occurred to me, don't be surprised if by the time we roll around this time next year, that William is actually doing a little bit more. This can sometimes be the retirement card as well. Not that he was going to abdicate, but that William just starts to take over. The only reason I'm saying William is because I just saw this triangle here, that William starts to take over more and more activities. And that could be where the child comes in, that he's going to be leaning on William quite a bit. Okay, so King Charles III. King Charles III, the first year after his coronation. Cards are ready. Courtship. You know what? So now we know, I think there's a lot to do with his relationship that is going to cause him a lot of stress, because that landed on the stress, the mental stress card, but he seems to figure it out. So maybe you know how she's behaving as queen. Maybe, I mean, these are huge roles that have been placed on them. Adjudication on top of the letter here. So there is some kind of judgment. Now, the king, I don't believe, can be sued, but there might be something going on behind the scenes. House, we got house and house. We're going to hear some good news. And look at that, looks more like the castle. Definitely hear more news about stability, about them moving. And don't be surprised if they're, by the second half, they're moving. Gift, yes. There's something in their relationship. And I did do a reading on their relationship, and it isn't as great as everybody seems to think it is. There's going to be something the second half is going to be much better for his personal life. Official person. What did I tell you? Somebody official person is going to pass on in the first half. Somebody near and dear to him. But I don't see it as family. It could be, like I said, a celebrity, imprisonment, this loss right here. Look at this. We got a loss after adjudication here. I think he's going to be, somehow he's trapped into losing this money. So it might not be an official adjudication. I just always get lots of blackmail around him. I don't know why. Thief on the mountain. Yes, somebody is blackmailing him. And you better believe it, it's over his relationship with Camilla. 100%. This is confirmation. 100%. And he's trapped by it. It's either pay up or blow your relationship up. And I think he pays up, but he feels like somebody stole that money from him. Family room. Interesting, on the public card, on the public society card, we get family room, which is the, so it is something very private is going to be exposed. Something very private is going to be exposed into the public. And it has to do with his relationship, and it will cause a lot of stress. Unless he pays this money. So if that information comes out, he didn't pay. He's being blackmailed. Don't you tell me he's not. He's being blackmailed for some information about his relationship. And and I'm saying blackmail because it's a thief. Somebody's stealing the money from him, and he's trapped. He's trapped. He's trapped between a rock and a hard spot. If he does not pay. If he does not pay, it'll blow his relationship up. I think he pays, because then we have happily ever after. Oh, yeah. Distant horizons, hope. These are dreams that he's had that actually come to fruition, bring him more stability. The anchor is stability. The house is stability. And this is, he can move forward. So this is moving forward. So after the first half is going to be filled with drama, people leaving, you know, this person maybe is, doesn't necessarily have to die. They're just, it's ending. It's a friendship that's ending, or, you know what? It just hit me because Harry, I wonder if this is Harry exiting the picture, not by a death. I'm not saying that. They do their, because Harry's got a lot of lawsuits, doesn't he? And some of them are suing the family, well, the crown, in a very public way. And Harry's exposing a lot of things in a very public way. And Harry did wear a uniform. And he does wear a beard. This is, you're going to see after the first half of the year, Harry exiting the picture. That's why I like to do a second round. And then they're going to be a lot happier. And don't be surprised if Camilla is the one who's putting the pressure on him, and that's why he's feeling trapped. My wife or my son? My wife or my son? And it looks like he chooses his wife. Wrong one. Oh, great fortune on the sun. And look at this, great fortune sprinkles all over all the cards. So even the bad cards, when you get the great fortune, even the bad cards, this gold dust sprinkles on everything. Even the bad cards aren't as bad as you think they're going to be. So yeah, and on the sun like that, by this time next year, he's in a much, 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 much better place. Change. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking he's checking out. Like, right, he might wear the physical crown, but I think William is going to be taking over, because this putting down your anchors and changing, and so he's exiting out of this whole coronation thing. Oh, mature woman, I was right. It is about Camilla, because it's a lady from her past, a lady from his past. So this is about Camilla. This is about Camilla and Harry. And some blackmail. I don't care. I've got some nasty comments about that. I don't care. That's what the cards are telling me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna tell you things because that's just bad karma for me. Okay, main male under the child. We are going to see Harry exit, and we're going to see William take more power, because this is under the child. This is his child, who's the main male. Definitely 100%. By this time next year, Charles is going to be in such a good place. I think I've read before, and he's basically semi-retires after the first year. Yeah, he wears the crown. He's the king, and his face is on the money. But William is the one who's doing all the heavy lifting, all the work. Yeah, he's going to be in a much, much, much better place. And I think it's because he settles down and just kind of all of this. I think you're going to see a lot of the Harry and Meghan stuff done by the first half. So what are we at? May. So that would be November. Oh, by his birthday. By the time it's his birthday, I think we're going to see this really start to settle down and be done with. You know, maybe the titles will be taken away or something. There's something. But Harry's definitely making an exit. Now, I want to also clarify that. Is that an exit from California, and then that's what makes him happy? Or is that an exit from the family? And then they markle the royals? We'll definitely see something by November. I'm calling it right now because that's in the first half. Either way, all of this stuff, I think, is going to be done. I think if you look at Meghan and Harry standing here, and they're just like, look at this judge. I've really had enough. I've had enough. Here's your papers. Get on your bike. I think that's what we're going to see, because they've made so many things that are private. The family room is your privacy and your sanctuary. They've made them they've made them public, and they just aren't going to, he's just not going to do it anymore. He really isn't. But he does have to make a choice between his wife and his son. And he's going to make the right choice. He's going to make the right choice. I think he's going to stick it out with Camilla. And again, if you go back on my reading, the Queen said, yeah, go ahead, get married, but that's that. So I think he's going to stick it out with Camilla. I think you might see them actually, they're moving somehow. They're going to drop their anchor somewhere else just for the stability. So don't be surprised if they aren't living in Windsor, and then we'll see William and Kate and the kids move into Windsor. Yeah, don't be surprised. They're going to go live out in the country and be semi-retired. Let's see, what else do I see? What else do I see? It's I think they'll pay Harry off somehow to end things, either with Meghan or with them. They'll say, here you go, here's your check. Don't let the door slam your ass on the way out. I mean, bum. I'll edit that out. All right, so that's it. That's our reading for King Charles. The cards were very clear what's going to happen. And I have no doubt the first half of his reign is going to be quite rocky on a personal level. I don't see any kind of otherworldly things going on here. And the second half is going to be much, much better once Harold is, like I said, either divorced and either he's ended it and end all this garbage with the family, exposing things, which I think is absolutely disgusting. And then the second half is definitely going to be much, much, much better. Much better. And his marriage is going to improve, and watch William take over. Don't be surprised if William moves into Windsor when they move out. All right. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you think this is interesting to someone else you know, please share it with them. Every little bit helps, and it just encourages me to do more videos for you. Thanks so much for watching. Take good care. Bye for now.